Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, we are keeping track of the fire in Hays County. It started yesterday evening. Right now, we know it's covering about 400 acres. Firefighters working through the night, trying to do what they can to put it out and contain it. At last check, just 20% contained. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is this Sunday, August 6th. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with it. And I got to tell you, it's the fires we've been monitoring for the last 48 hours.
Because of these hot conditions. And we're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a bit. But first, we want to give you an update on that Oak Grove fire. Fire crews working through the night. And what we know this morning is that crews have made good progress trying to put that fire out.
That's right. So we know about a dozen homes in San Marcos. They've been evacuated. Families had to leave. Even National Guard helicopters. They were used overnight and throughout the day trying to drop water off. So take a look at the map. So this is from the Texas A&M Forestry Service. The fire spread 400 acres, and like we've been saying, at last check, 20% contained.
So right now there's no word on injuries. This is video of water being taken from Canyon Lake and dropped on the fire. Some people who live in the area are asking others to be careful when they're working in this heat, knowing many wildfires are caused by sparks.
I wish people would understand that this is dry tinder. It'll go up with nothing at all to do it. You just have to use common sense out here.
So like we've been saying, several helicopters, even planes, they've been deployed to the area trying to help contain the wildfire. Now, you want to keep an eye out on the status of the fire. We have an article right now on KSAT.com. And Sarah Spivey, you've also been monitoring the situation.
Yeah, I've got some information on the fire for you. Here you go. Here's San Antonio, Canyon Lake, New Braunfels. That's where the fire is out in Hays County. Oak Grove fire, 400 acres burned, 20% contained. It's northwest of San Marcos, west of Kyle, and east of Wimberley. Again, it has crossed part of the Blanco River. Now, smoke from this fire, if it redevelops into a plume of smoke, will be moving north and away from the city of San Antonio, away from New Braunfels, and away from Canyon Lake. That's because we're expecting a south wind today. Smoke plume could make it through part of Travis County and into Burnett County. But it is a good reminder that there is a red flag warning in effect for San Antonio, parts of the hill country, high fire danger throughout the day today, not only for these counties in pink, but across south central Texas. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to be talking about the high fire danger all across south central Texas and this scorcher of a forecast. 10 a.m. will be at 85. 99 at 2 p.m., 104 for the high. Southeast winds at 5 to 15. But believe it or not, 104 actually going to be the cooler quote unquote day of the next several days. Details on that scorching forecast ahead. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. And as we continue to see many wildfires across the state, firefighters are working hard to stay on top of them.
And here at home, fire departments from Selma, Wilson County, Leon Springs, even Helotes teaming up to fight those wildfires together. Camelia Juarez explaining this county-wide partnership going on.
Any grass fire that gets dispatched is automatically getting one of the strike teams dispatched as well.
Fire Chief Robert Hogan and other chiefs across unincorporated Bexar County made that decision during a group phone call this morning. Fire departments from Selma to Wilson County, Leon Springs to Helotes formed an east and west strike team of state-certified firefighters who are experts in putting out wildland fires.
They know what they're doing when they get there. They know how to work together as that team versus a lot of, or none, is that we're just going around and putting wet stuff on the red stuff.
Both strike teams were sent to the Bulverde fire where one home was burnt down. Hogan says to protect your home from a fire, trim down any long grass within a 20-foot radius around your house.
That barrier will help slow it down. That the fire's already grown in size.
Hogan did a demonstration just for us.
And the wind is going to take and carry it over to this taller grass.
To show how cut grass burns slower.
So we're about 2 to 3 minutes into from when it started. All right, low fuel, very slow moving.
As for long grass,
all it takes is a couple of minutes for that fire to multiply 25 times.
Rogan says it takes a single spark for a fire to get out of control. So don't toss cigarette butts out the window. Don't let chains drag behind your car. And if you're welding, keep a bucket of water nearby.
We're in extremely dry conditions right now, and it's going to continue to get worse with no rain in the forecast and the high temperatures.
All right. Now, you may remember the tragic story of those 5 people who died in a house fire back on July 22nd.
2 women and 3 children were killed, and 1 person was hospitalized. Their tragic deaths causing a wave of grief through the community. Teachers of one of the children who died that day are looking to give back to the family. At
Longs Creek Elementary, teachers holding a plate sale fundraiser yesterday, trying to help cover the costs for the Valdez Morales family. It was hosted at the Eelville Olive. They sold sandwiches. They held a raffle contest, hoping visitors were able to step up, help out, donate some money, help the surviving family members in this heartbreaking moment.
It's whatever we can give back to them, because it's not easy to say goodbye to one person. These people are saying goodbye to 5 people.
Teacher Kelly Luna goes on to say they will continue to do anything they can to help ease this family's pain.
We talk about it a lot. Boerne, a city on the rise. The Boerne-Kendall County Economic Development Corps, they state that the population of Boerne expected to continue the growth at a rapid rate over the next 2 years, and the projected growth rate more than 24%.
This is there's a new leader at the helm, Boerne Mayor Frank Ritchie, joining us this weekend for Leading SA. Good morning, Mayor. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us.
Good morning. It's happy to be here. Thank you all for having us on this morning.
So, Mayor, you were sworn in back in May. You say yourself, not a politician. So how have the last few months been making this transition?
I'm not going to lie, Max. It's been a challenge, that's for sure. You know, not being a politician and my first time in city government is a strong learning curve and a high learning curve. But I'm putting in the effort, lots of reading. Thankfully, the city staff here at the city of Boerne are amazing. And so just learning the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts has just been eye-opening for one, and also learning as much as I possibly can. So it's been exciting. And after a few months here, I'm finally getting my footing, and I think we're moving in the right direction as a city, and so I'm excited to be here.
Mayor, we read your latest blog post where you stated, quote, "Growth is inevitable but manageable, and we are trying to achieve that perfect balance, which is no easy feat." So what does that balance look like in your eyes, and how do you think Boerne can find that balance?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, every 2 years we lose some of our ability to govern at the local level because of what's going on with legislation coming out of Austin. And I can appreciate that need for some uniformity to the great state of Texas. But I mean, let's be honest, there's 254 counties in our great state, and each one of them is different, has its own identity, and want different things from the local government in their communities. And so it's tough, I'm not going to lie. And so, but we are doing our best here. I see that firsthand, and where we're moving forward with this as a community, with the city staff, our other local officials in our community. We're focusing on what is best for Boerne within the confines of the state law. And so for me, what that means is how do we grow responsibly, right? Making sure that we have the proper infrastructure, making sure that our water conservation efforts are top notch, making sure that we build responsible and not overbuild. And so until we can handle our infrastructure and get that stuff moving forward, you know, we're probably going to take a pause and slow down for a little bit. If I'm being honest with you, that's one of our priorities is making sure that we can handle any more growth at this time.
That's a really good way to look at it. Growing responsibly. So just a couple weeks ago, we were just talking about it, ventured out to Cibolo Creek Brewing Company, packed with so many families. In fact, most of Main Street, so lively. And this was even during the heat, but we talk about the growth of the city of Boerne, more and more families living out there, but there's still a lot of people who are watching this who haven't been there. You know, what is your pitch to them, and why do you think so many families are moving there?
Well, I mean, it's Boerne. I mean, I can't say anything more besides that. I mean, I've been here for 25 years and love Boerne. It's a wonderful community. It's a great place in the hill country. It's beautiful. It's slower paced than some of the larger cities, say San Antonio, for example. It's just Boerne for me has always been a community and a way of life. And so there's nothing really new to announce when it comes to the growth and what's going on in Boerne. But our focus here at the city is to help small businesses be successful and foster the environment where other small industries will want to come to Boerne and thrive. And so people come to Bernie because they want something different, a little getaway, a little peace and quiet. And so moving forward, that's where we want to focus. We want to keep that small town feel. We don't need a lot of big box stores. I mean, we're a 20-minute drive from San Antonio. If you need Costco, we drive to Costco once a month. And so we want to keep a small town feel and the mom and pop shop, and we want to support those entrepreneurial opportunities for small businesses in our community. And so that's really what we see here in the future, Bernie, is more small startup businesses, small family-oriented business type of thing. The mom and pop stores is really where we want to focus.
All right, Mayor Ritchie, that is all the time we have for today, but thank you so much for starting your morning with us. And for anyone who wants to watch this interview in its entirety, it's going to be on KSAT.com throughout the morning.
All right, come to Bernie. We'd love to see you.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, time now, just about 8:11, 79 degrees.
Well, still ahead, remembering the life of a New Braunfels pilot, one of the two people who died in a Wisconsin plane crash last weekend. We'll hear from family and friends on how they're remembering her.
Plus, dogs have to stay safe in this heat, just as people do. Some tips to make sure your dogs don't suffer from heat exhaustion. What do? You have 2 dogs.
They don't understand. They want to be outside because they're used to, the walks and all that stuff. And you just, after 11, they stay inside most of the day. And taking a look outside, 79 degrees at 8:11. This is a good time to walk your dogs. I know sometimes you want to have that slow start on the Sunday morning, but maybe just a quick walk around the block with the dogs so they can be outside now before it gets too hot later. We'll be right back. Well, as the hot temperatures continue through the summer, we've talked about heat safety and for adults and children, but dogs can also suffer from heat exhaustion. So if you didn't know, here are the symptoms for dogs suffering from heat exhaustion. They'll have excessive panting, not being able to focus, the body feels warm to touch, and they seem really anxious. So if your pup is showing any of these signs, get them inside immediately.
Get a bunch of towels and soak them in really cold water and put them in the hairless areas.
So in order to keep your dog safe from the sun, it's recommended you take them outside early in the morning and late in the evening when it's the coolest outside.
If you place your hand on the pavement and if you can't hold it there for at least 10 seconds without pulling away, then it would be safe to say that it's too hot for your pup to walk on.
So if you think your dog is suffering from heat exhaustion, get them to a vet as soon as possible. What I do after the walks, even in the morning, because it might be cooler, but the sun, can really take a toll on them. As soon as I get home, I put ice cubes on their bellies. Or they like to chew the ice cubes too.
You also do walks in Lowe's too, right?
That's my secret.
Oh, okay.
In Lowe's?
In Lowe's, they're dog friendly.
That's awesome.
On a leash, your dog has to behave. And I'm like, hey, let's go see what I need from Lowe's.
Air conditioning.
I'm buying all kinds of things from Lowe's, and the dog's gonna walk too.
Her dog, Scooby and Sister, they have it made. I'm sure they're watching too this morning.
Good morning, Scooby and Sister.
Hey guys, on another serious note, take care of the pets, but also know that fire danger is high today, especially up in the hill country and out west toward Del Rio. That's where we've got very high fire danger out toward Del Rio and Rock Springs. But as you can see, as we zoom into San Antonio, areas in the hill country north of 1604 under that high fire risk, also out east toward Gonzales, Hallettsville in a high fire risk. There's a little bit more brush up in parts of the hill country, of course, than around San Antonio in that I-35 corridor. So that is why there is a high fire danger in these areas. Keep in mind that that extends as far south as 1604. Everyone should exercise fire caution today. And here's a cautionary tale about that. The Oak Grove fire, which continues to burn in Hayes County. At latest check, 400 acres burned, 20% contained. Here's the Blanco River. It actually went ahead and hopped over the Blanco River a little bit there between Wimberley and Kyle. So keep that in mind. Use extra caution today. And if you're curious about a smoke plume, if another smoke plume develops in those areas, it'll be moving to the north. But a red flag warning in effect for all of these counties in pink here, especially in the more rural parts of these counties for the high fire danger through Sunday. Here's a look at where that smoke may head if we can see another plume develop today. Notice it'll be away from the city of San Antonio, away from New Braunfels, away from Canyon Lake, even away from San Marcos itself, up toward Burnett County and Travis County. So just some tips again. You guys know it. This is when I'm meteorologist mom. Okay. No campfires or burn piles. Avoid using tools that create sparks. Dispose of cigarettes properly. That's a big one. Do not drag trailer chains or else those could cause sparks. And do not park vehicles on grass. Otherwise, it's really going to be hot today. 108 degrees in Del Rio, 104 in Canyon Lake, 103 in Kerrville, 105 in Pleasanton, 109 in Laredo. Neighborhood view around San Antonio, 105 Converse, Seguin, and New Braunfels, 102 in Bernie and Bulverde, 105 in Hondo, 105 in Los Maples, 103 in Kerrville. Quite a bit hotter than our average of 97. As we take a look outside right now, there are some morning clouds to start our day. But quickly, these clouds are going to dissipate and we're going to be left with nothing but sunshine. It's impressive when you can start off with some cloud cover and still get up to 104 for the high. 79 degrees, nice and shaded out there this morning, but soon we'll be looking at mostly sunny to completely sunny skies. It's 80 in Castroville. Good morning in Bandera. It's 76, 78 in Converse. And looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, already near 90 by 11 a.m. the next couple of hours. And then by 2 p.m., we're going to be close to 100 and we'll be in the triple digits by 3. 104 for the high temperature today. Even at 8 p.m. it's still going to be 99. All of the rain is to the north of Texas right now, working its way through Oklahoma and Arkansas. This is on the north side of that heat high, which is just creating oppressive heat for us in San Antonio and across the state of Texas. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about ERCOT, the state of the grid, as Texas expects to experience yet again another major heat wave across the state. All right, that 104, you thought that was depressing for the day today? That's going to be your coolest temperature over the next several days. We're going to be looking at highs anywhere from 105 to 107 in spots around San Antonio. Unfortunately, guys, I'm just searching for a weather pattern change. There's nothing definitive in the next 7 days. So pretty much copy and paste today's forecast, apply it to the rest of the week. Hopefully we can see things shake out for us to shake up with the weather pattern a little bit, but we're going to have to wait at least 7 days for that to happen.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
I know.
We're almost, I just keep saying, end of the race, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of almost here.
On average,
It's
3
like,
weeks
what, 6
away.
weeks?
It's at 7 weeks until fall starts officially.
Okay.
Good.
It's like a little over a month.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Okay. I like your optimism. Time now, 8:20, 80 degrees.
Coming up next, we visit a San Antonio summer camp that's one of a kind. Are they playing dodgeball? Love that. How they're giving true summer camp experiences to kids who normally don't have a chance. It's a first of its kind camp for kids right here in San Antonio.
It's called Camp Hope, and it welcomes children who suffer from pancreatitis. This way they can experience all the joys of summer camp in a safe space without any limitations.
Photojournalist Robert Samaron visited Camp Hope this week and brings us the story.
Camp Hope for me is home. It's an escape from reality and the normal world.
But one of the things that was really important to us was quality of life for our children. And by quality of life, I mean not just medical quality of life, but emotional and social quality of life where they could feel like they got a chance to be a kid.
It feels great because you know that they have pancreatitis too, so then they understand what's wrong with you too.
I'm here because I had chronic hereditary pancreatitis.
And we realized there were kids all around us that were desperate to find help.
One of the problems with pancreatitis is that despite it being a fairly common syndrome, it's not very well understood.
This helps me digest sugar. My pancreas used to, but since I don't have one, this has to help me.
And we found that out of the 65 kids that we have here, there was a delay in diagnosis from anywhere from 1 to 8 years. So these kids suffer from neglect, from lack of education.
We call it beauty from ashes because it was really difficult for us to see any good whatsoever come from this.
Now we are celebrating their abilities.
It's just nice knowing that more people are like you.
Great story.
Love that story. Shout out to Robert Samaron, our photojournalist. Good job with that story.
Yeah, time now, 8:26, 80 degrees.
Still ahead, the latest with former President Donald Trump as he heads back on the campaign trail following his arraignment on election fraud charges.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It is Sunday, August 6th.
That is August 6th. Nice. We got it.
Got it.
I did say yesterday, I was like, have a great Sunday. And you immediately were like, it's Saturday.
Yeah. He's like, bye, everyone. Have a great Sunday. I was like, it's not Sunday, Max.
I mean, here's the thing. You look at the weather graphics, and it's almost like each day
Deja vu.
just looks the same.
Yeah.
Well, today will also be the 41st 100-degree day we've had so far this year. Yes, so the heat is no joke. Forecasting 104 for the high today. But on a serious note, I do want us to take fire danger very seriously today. Fire danger is very high out west toward Del Rio, Rock Springs, up near Fredericksburg and Austin. But in the hill country, it's high. You know, you can see anywhere in this orange color, so north of 1604. That's where we've got some high fire danger, a lot of brush out there. In fact, there's a fire out in Hayes County right now that firefighters are trying to get under control. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit. But just keep in mind, it's another red flag warning day. Red flag warning means that conditions are right or wrong. If a fire starts, it could easily spread. And in many areas, especially in rural areas in the counties that are highlighted, fire danger will remain high throughout the day today. And then again, just downright hot. 104 in San Antonio, 105 in Hondo, 106 in Bandera today, 105 Floresville and Pleasanton, 105 Nixon, Smiley, and in Gonzales, 105 in Uvalde, and 103 in Kerrville. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk more about that fire in Hayes County, where the smoke will head today, and we'll have a look, of course, at a toasty week. Believe it or not, 104 is going to be the coolest part over the 7-day forecast. Details ahead. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. 37-year-old Raul Rodriguez is in jail this morning after San Antonio police say he robbed a Home Depot and threw a shopping cart at an employee. This happened on Friday at a Home Depot on the northwest side of town. Police tell us an employee confronted Rodriguez as he was walking out with the items that he didn't pay for. That led to Rodriguez throwing a cart at an employee and causing injury. Rodriguez was booked with a bond of $15,000.
And the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help trying to figure out who was responsible for a robbery on the city's south side. Take a look. BCSO tells us this robbery happened Friday at the Sugar Lead Smoke Shop. This is near Highway 281 South. Two armed men walked into the store, held a clerk at gunpoint. They took off in a 2014 Toyota Camry. If you have any information that can help in the investigation, you're asked to call the number on the bottom of your screen, 210-335-6000.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Department, they're trying to piece together what happened after a man was found dead yesterday in a mobile home park on the northeast side. The victim is believed to be between 15 and 20 years old, and serious head trauma is what caused his death. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone that knows anything about this crime to call them immediately.
Well, hundreds of people coming together honoring a New Braunfels pilot over the weekend.
Devin Riley was remembered during a celebration of life at a commemorative Air Force Central Wing. So Riley was one of the two people who died in a Wisconsin plane crash last weekend. Family and friends say her memory will never be forgotten.
She was an amazing, spirit, and her focus and her, she would work, she was always wanting to help other young pilots, other young folks.
Riley is said to be one of the first female pilots in Central Texas wing of the commemorative Air Force. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration, they're still investigating exactly what happened in this crash. Donald Trump back on the campaign trail this weekend following his arraignment on new charges.
So the former president headlining a gala in South Carolina last night and making a stop in Alabama.
ABC's Allison Cossack with what the former president is saying about the indictments and the new poll on what Americans think of them.
Former President Trump campaigning this weekend after pleading not guilty to charges he illegally attempted to overturn the 2020 election. While headlining a fundraising gala in South Carolina, Trump criticized special counsel Jack Smith.
Deranged Jack Smith. He's a deranged human being. You take a look at that face, you say, that guy is a sick man. There's something wrong with him.
Smith requesting a protective order in the case ahead of discovery, citing a Truth Social post in which the former president states, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." Prosecutors say they're concerned Trump could disclose evidence, writing, If the defendant were to begin issuing public posts using details or, for example, grand jury transcripts, it could have a harmful chilling effect on witnesses or adversely affect the fair administration of justice in this case. The Trump campaign responding in a statement late Friday, calling the social media post the definition of political speech. The judge had issued a 5 p.m. Monday deadline for a response, to which Trump's legal team replied with a request for a 3-day delay. That request denied. A new ABC News Ipsos poll finds 65% of Americans think the new charges are serious, though 46% think the charges are politically motivated.
Their job is to prove that, not President Trump. He's innocent until he's proven guilty. They're going to have to prove that, and it's going to be hard to do.
There's going to be probably many more indictments. What they're trying to do is arrest this man and to try to prevent him from running for president.
The former president visits New Hampshire this Tuesday. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
All right, headed to Washington, D.C. 3 people dead, many more injured after a mass shooting there. So far, investigators say 2 men and a woman died. Other victims hospitalized. D.C. police say officers were around the area when shots rang out. Parts of the neighborhood even closed off. Obviously, this is an ongoing investigation. We're going to have much more throughout the day on air and online.
The decision on the floating border buoys on the Rio Grande is now in the hands of a federal court. That hearing will officially take place on August 22nd. The DOJ is asking for a preliminary injunction and wants those barriers removed, and say Texas installed those buoys without permission. Governor Greg Abbott says the buoys are just part of the state's efforts to curb migration from the southern border.
And in the fall, every consumer cell phone will be part of a nationwide emergency alert test. FEMA and the FCC scheduling the drill for October 4th. The reason for the test, make sure all systems are prepared just in case there is an emergency across the country that needs to be sent out to the public. It'll be the second time that all cellular devices are tested. Radios and TVs also tested the same day. That test will last approximately 1 minute. Well, a big thank you to everyone who helped out. We asked some of you to step up, help out our local teachers, get ready for the new year. And now we can tell you the results of our KSAT Community Right Start project.
It's almost $40,000 worth of school supplies have been collected for our local teachers. Hundreds of volunteers met yesterday at Masters Elementary School in Converse. They started working on supply kits that would be given to teachers from Somerset and Judson ISD to help get them ready for the new school year. Thanks to United Way of San Antonio, Bexar County, and KSAT Community, we were able to gather school supplies for teachers that needed them most.
We're super grateful that we had over 100 volunteers this morning. They value the work that we're doing to help students be successful, to help teachers be successful, and they want to be able to lend a hand.
United Way of San Antonio says over 31 different schools in Somerset and Judson are being helped with these supplies. Now in its 6th year, they hope the Right Start project continues on for many more.
Well, happening today, the Healing Dragon Holistic Festival here in San Antonio, celebrating their 1st anniversary. The festival centers around spiritual health and well-being. The event is free for all, located at the Marriott on 77 Northeast Loop 410 near the airport from 11 to 5 p.m. There will be vendors offering everything from sound healing to life wave therapy. Founder of the event tells us she saw a need for the community to come together, working as a vendor for many years, and decided to create this event.
And I just felt that there was more of a need for more people to come together, you know, to, I don't know, it's a good feeling of healing, of being together and knowing it's okay to be there and that you're going to get some help.
If you can't make it today, the event will be held once a month at the same location. And you were saying there's also the Reptilian
Expo at the Freeman Coliseum. It happened yesterday. It's also happening today until 5 p.m.
There you go. Make it out there. Is it inside?
It's inside.
Need that.
Right.
All right, time now, 8:39, 81 degrees.
Coming up next, Tim Gerber reveals the, quote, gross and unsanitary conditions inspectors found behind the kitchen doors of 2 businesses that forced them to shut down.
Not good. All right, also not good, this weather. If you have things to do, if you're headed to church, you want to run the errands, mow the lawn, do it early. 81 degrees now. Temperature is only going to go up not only today, but throughout the week. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Donald Trump indicted, arraigned again. What will the real fallout be for his campaign? And what happens now? This morning, the lawyer at the center of it all, by his side in that courtroom, faces George and the tough questions. This morning on ABC's This Week.
Welcome back. The health department recently closed 3 restaurants after inspectors found serious health code violations.
From a roach infestation at a local coffee shop to a Chinese restaurant with a failing score that the inspector called, quote, gross and unsanitary.
Here's what KSAT's Tim Gerber found when he went behind the kitchen door.
Beijing Express, located in the 2900 block of Nogalitos, got a failing score of 60 and was shut down by the health inspector due to gross and insanitary conditions. Tongs that were being used in the kitchen were found hanging from a trash can. When the inspector asked for them to be washed, a worker placed the tongs on the food prep table for continued use. Other utensils were found stuffed in crevices with heavy grease buildup. Employees were not properly washing their hands and touching food with their bare hands. Something was leaking from the vent in a cooler, dripping into tubs stored on top of food. The entire place needed a thorough, deep cleaning. This week, we found the business was still closed. A sign on the door stated it was undergoing a remodel. A worker on site said the owner plans to reopen when repairs are complete. Jim's Coffee Shop, located in the 4100 block of Broadway, earned a 77 and got shut down on June 16th due to a roach infestation. Several live crawling insects were observed during the inspection and plenty of dead roaches, too. They had to toss out vegetables that were too warm. A worker was seen handling their phone, then touching ready-to-eat food without changing gloves or washing hands, while another worker touched food with bare hands. The business's license suspended until they did a thorough cleaning and hired pest control services.
Hi, you the manager? I know who you are. Hi, Tim Gerber. Hey, Tim. Can I talk?
Manager Donovan Setterland immediately knew why I was there. He says they were shut down for about 24 hours to do the deep cleaning and get pest control started.
It's an ongoing deal. I mean, we've worked with our cleaning processes here. We've worked with the people at the pest control, and I mean, we're good. They came back like the day after that because we did a deep clean and got everything back up and going again.
Roy's Pronto Taco Hut in the 200 block of Old Highway 90 was packed with cars this week following a temporary shutdown last month. The business was forced to close until it could repair their hot water. In addition to that critical violation, the inspector also found food in the cooler that was temping too warm. They also couldn't properly clean dishes without that hot water. Their license was restored when the hot water was fixed. The inspector gave them a score of 84. For Behind the Kitchen Door, Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, also gross this weather.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's hot, and then also on a serious note, there's fire danger today, too. Yeah. Hot not only for Texas, but for San Antonio, but the state of Texas. In fact, take a look at the forecast highs versus the record highs across the state. We're going to be close to a record here in San Antonio. Our forecast high is 104. The record for the day is 105. But you look out toward Del Rio, forecast high of 109. Will likely beat a record of 107. El Paso, 110 is the forecast high, 103 is the record. So we're likely going to be seeing that record smashed out in West Texas. So you may be curious, how's the grid doing? Well, ERCOT has issued a weather watch for today and tomorrow, basically saying, hey, we need to watch the grid. We expect supply to meet demand, but still we'll watch it. Here's a look at the demand, the red bars, the forecast demand. The blue line is the forecast supply. You can see that supply is expected to meet demand, but it will be kind of close. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Nothing to worry about, though, at the moment as far as brownouts or things like that. The far more immediate concern for you should be the fire danger today. High fire danger across the hill country and north of 1604 up toward Canyon Lake and San Marcos as well. That's where we've got higher brush. More susceptible to fires, and in fact there is a fire out in Hays County, which I'm sure you've heard about, especially if you live out toward Canyon Lake. You probably saw the plume of smoke yesterday from this Oak Grove fire. 400 acres burned, 20% contained. They actually picked up water from Canyon Lake to help to contain that fire even more. It's close to the Blanco River. In fact, hopped over the Blanco River, east of Wimberley and west of Kyle. We'll continue to keep you posted. Winds will be from the south today, so if a smoke plume redevelops, it'll be moving to the north through Hays County into Travis County, away from New Braunfels, away from Canyon Lake, and away from the city of San Antonio, as winds will be from the southeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. During the day today, not much of a problem with the wind, but hopefully they can get that fire contained by tonight, because that's when wind gusts are expected to get up to 25-30 miles per hour. Here's a look out toward the Alamo City right now. A bit hazy with the higher humidity out there right now, and there are some clouds. 81 degrees outside right now. South-southeast winds at 15 miles per hour. The clouds will clear. It'll be sunny. It'll be hot. Take advantage of the quote-unquote cooler part of the day, even though it's very humid outside. 77 in Kerrville. Good morning in Del Rio and in Eagle Pass, where it's 84 degrees. 81 in Pleasanton. 82 in Gonzales. And as we look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 91 by noon, sunny at noon, 101 already by 3, and we're looking at a forecast high of 104 today in San Antonio, 1 degree shy of the record set back in 2013. Neighborhood highs, 105 in Los Maples, 106 in Bandera, 105 in Pleasanton, 105 in Floresville. Converse area, you'll be at 105. New Braunfels and Seguin, you guessed it, 105 and 102 in Bulverde. Man, I wish we lived a little bit more north. Look at this rain they're getting in Oklahoma today and in northeast Texas. Unfortunately, that's going to continue to head east, not going to be moving south towards San Antonio. We're still seeing the effects of that heat high, and 104 today will be the coolest we will be in the next 7 days. In fact, we're going to be challenging records just about every single day. We'll be close to the record tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, in fact on Thursday as well. Again, impressive to see this long of a streak of temperatures above 104 in the forecast. It's going to be a hot one, no significant end in sight, hopefully next week, but at this point it's a hope and a prayer that we see a weather pattern change, because we are locked into this hot weather for the second week of August.
Okay. We'll get through it.
We will. I believe in us.
We're Texans.
The optimism.
We can do this.
Yeah, just be safe, be smart.
Absolutely.
Do things early or late in the day. How's the garden looking?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It is hanging in there.
Yeah.
I'm doing like sometimes
hand watering
twice a day.
Big hat, UPF gear.
Yeah, I can't. It's always before noon. If it's afternoon, it's way too hot.
My bougainvillea is doing good.
Good.
Which I feel like is a victory.
It's a little
with the
victories.
heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I live in an apartment. I got nothing. Time now, 8:51, 81 degrees.
A little porch, a little plants.
Yeah.
All right, coming up tomorrow on GMSA, it's the first day of school for many students, and with that comes some anxiety. We'll tell you what one nonprofit is doing to help some of those kids cope with first day nerves.
All right, I just told you about it, but here's how the day breaks down. 85 at 10, 91 at noon, 104 for the high temperature today. Reminder that fire danger is high, so please make sure to do your part to avoid creating and spreading fires. One simple way to do that is to make sure you dispose of cigarettes properly and do not park vehicles on the grass, as that can easily spark a fire. 105 Monday. 105 Tuesday, 105 Wednesday, 106 Thursday.
Wait, there's two 106s on there now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Breaking news. It's going to be very hot this week, my friends. We're going to be challenging records every single day. No major chance for rain in the forecast, unfortunately, for us. So, what are you guys doing to stay cool?
I'm going inside today to the Reptilian Expo.
Going to the reptilian because you're building a pond in the backyard?
Building a turtle pond. It's a whole. We're going down the rabbit hole.
Did you know that Sarah had an 18-year-old turtle?
No, 13.
13-year-old turtle.
Yes.
But they grow to be 80
there.
years old.
I know, sir, you're going to have this turtle for the rest of your life.
Therefore, I have to stay alive for a long time.
Yeah, only for the turtle. That's the only reason. All right, thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Y'all have a good Sunday.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.